Hi guys, it's Nikki again. Today I wanted to do a video with regards to depression again, because a couple of weeks ago I wrote a blog post on getting to know your depression, basically in a way becoming friends with it if you like. And for those people who don't read my blog, I thought that what I would do is basically read out what it is that I wrote. So hopefully it will give yourself or anybody that you know the power to actually get to know what's going on with yourself. So my depression and anxiety hit an all-time low a few years ago. My father had just passed away, and a few months before that I got divorced. Now, this for me was basically two major occurrences in anyone's life that basically for me happened a couple of months apart. I threw myself into work, and to most people may have looked like I was coping, but on the inside it was a different story. The feelings of despair and negativity increased more and more, to the point that it's all I felt. I'd sit on my bed each morning crying, wishing that I hadn't woken up. I hated being awake, but preferring to sleep. That way I didn't have to deal with how I was feeling. Not recognising the person staring back at me in the mirror. The world was a black, dark place, and I just couldn't see happiness anywhere. Something other depressives, I'm sure, will understand. So what did I do? How did I turn it around? I read, I looked online, I went to the library and borrowed books on depression and anxiety. I wanted to know about what was happening to my mind and body, why this happened to me. I read about ways to help depression, how others had coped. I learned that I wasn't alone, and that my depression and anxiety was something that I could live with. I made notes, I wrote pages and pages. I took on board what I read, I took on tips and ways to help. I kept a journal on how I felt. I wrote about the dark thoughts I had and the small good things thoughts I had, if any. It helped me to recognise my triggers. I wrote a gratitude journal. What was I grateful for? What made me smile that day? I learned there was a lot of good things in my life. Reading over them made me smile. It made me appreciate what I have. I prayed, I wrote prayers, I even started reading the Bible. I'd been an atheist for years, but I had to do something. I needed to help. It was my cry for help. So I apologised to God. I asked him for forgiveness for not believing, but asked him to help me find comfort. I started making YouTube videos based about beauty and depression. I wanted to help others who suffer. I keep pictures of my niece and nephew all around the house. I keep them in my purse. I keep them at work. It was hard at first, but day by day I smiled a little bit more. I stopped crying when I woke up. I was happy to wake up. Whilst I don't want my depression, I learned that it's something I can cope with. I can recognise my triggers, and I know when it's coming. I can feel it. The difference now is that I have ways to deal with it. Whilst I may know it may never go, and I carry it around with me, it's made me a stronger person. Writing this post made me cry, not because I feel depressed, but because it's made me realise how far I've come, how much I've achieved, how much stronger I've become. In a weird sort of way, I credit my depression with making me a much stronger person. So my advice to anyone who has depression is to try and read, learn about what's happening to you. You can lie down and let it take over your life, or you can fight it. Learn about it and take tips from what I say in this video. Now, at the moment, I'm struggling again. At the moment, there's certain factors in my life that are making me basically become more anxious and more depressed, and I recognise what these triggers are, and for me I have to use my coping mechanisms to be able to deal with the stress that I'm feeling. even reading the posts out that I put on my blog, it still does make me quite sad, because I know I have come a long way, and I don't want to go back, basically. And I didn't expect to cry in this video. But I just wanted to share with people about what I wrote, and to show people that sometimes it is quite difficult, and it's quite difficult to admit that you're not coping. You know, because you've done so good for such a long time, and then things happen in our lives that just make us feel all these feelings that we've been feeling years ago. And I know that when I sit and make my videos and about beauty, and a file of facts, because they seem to, do really good, and it's just this outlet for me to speak to the camera and speak to people out there who, I don't know, and but it certainly does help, And I think I've felt it over the last couple of weeks. I can feel it coming back. I know the reason why it's coming back, and I know that, but I don't really want to share it on here. So it's just a case of understanding it, really, and I just know it's there, and it's how I deal with it, and I'm really sorry that I got upset. I didn't mean to, but I wanted to just share what I wrote with people, and say that there is hope out there. It's about recognising and understanding what's happening to you, because that was the most important thing. The most important thing to me was to understand it. So that's really all I wanted to say. I just wanted to make this quick video, guys. Hope you're all okay. Basically, if you love you, leave it all, and I shall see you again soon, hopefully in a much better mood. Bye.